So recently in the UFC, there's been quite a few head kick KOs that's happened. Obviously, for the most recent one that's happened prominently was the BMF fight between Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier. In the second round, if for those that did not see it, Justin Gaethje actually managed to land I think it's a right kick KO on Dustin Poirier, completely knocked him out. It's ironic because the person that was in Justin Gaethje's corner was Kamara Usman, and the person that did that to Kamara Usman was Leon Edwards. Leon Edwards managed to knock Kamara Usman out with a head kick KO as well. So with that being said, there's also another fighter that's never been knocked out in the UFC ever, except for this one time, and that was Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz got knocked out by Stephen, I think it was Thompson or something like that. It's not Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but there was another fighter that he got knocked out by. Can't remember his name, but yeah, he got knocked out by a head kick KO. So a head kick KO is quite an effective way to knock out an opponent if you can land it. I mean, it's knocked out really good opponents. Like, let's be real, Dustin Poirier is quite durable. Kamaru Usman is quite a durable guy. He can take a shot. Nate Diaz is definitely like the symbol of durability in the UFC. I mean, that guy's every fight of his is like a blood-filled gore fest where he's taken numerous punishment, but he just never gives up. But the one thing that knocked him out was a head kick KO. The thing that knocked out Dustin Poirier from Justin Gaethje was a head kick KO, and the thing that knocked out Usman when he was going on his historic run at welterweight was a head kick KO from Leon Edwards. So a head kick KO is quite a difficult shot to take. But then here we go. We look at Yoel Romero. If you can look at this shot now on screen right now, you can see Yoel Romero takes a bang on headshot from Paulo Costa. But the crazy thing about Yoel Romero is Romero's 45 years old when he's taking this, so he's in his early to mid 40s when he's taking this shot. Not only that, he takes it bang on the head. You can see the graphic. He takes it bang on the head, but not only that, he's got screws fitted into his neck. So he literally cannot turn his neck because of the screws that have been fitted into his neck, and that's the reason why he's got those screws fitted onto his neck. Was because I think he sustained an injury when he was doing wrestling. So with all of that against him, his age, screws in his neck, and he's taking a kick from Paulo Costa at that time was undefeated, and he was this vicious power kicking, power punching type Brazilian who's knocking everyone out. His nickname was the Eraser. He takes a full-on kick from him, who's 20 years younger than him, right? He takes the kick bang on, right? Doesn't even flinch. Literally, he doesn't drop onto the floor the way Usman did. He never dropped onto the floor the way Dustin Poirier did. He never dropped onto the floor even the way Nate Diaz did. He just took it bang on the back of his head, on his chin, and it didn't even affect him. Like, he took it. Don't get it twisted. I don't think he even wobbled when he took the shot. Now, I just think Yoel Romero is built differently. Like, there's a famous story that Joe Rogan has talked about on his podcast where he said one of the doctors have analyzed Yoel Romero, and what they found was the tendons in his eyes are 3 times thicker than an average human being. Like, the doctor who's been a doctor for 50 years says he's never seen anything like this. And I think genetically, Yoel Romero, like, they talk about certain fights that are on steroids. I just think Yoel Romero is just 100% natural. The reason why I think that is he used to have an Olympic background, and even back in the Olympic days, he used to be absolutely ripped and shredded. Like, his physique didn't look too dissimilar to how he looks now, right? And this was when there was a lot of testing in the Olympics during that time period, and they never caught him, even though he's been in several Olympic cycles, and he's literally been in the Olympics for a long time. And I just think he's naturally one of the most athletically gifted fighters that's ever lived. And not only that, he can take a pounding. I mean, look at that. There's a lot of athletically gifted fighters, technical fighters that constantly get injuries. Like, look at someone like Dominic Cruz or Cain Velasquez. But if you look at Yoel Romero, he rarely gets, like, he does get injuries, but he rarely gets hurt or stopped in fights. And look at him. He's taking a bang-on headshot from Paulo Costa right on the chin, on the neck, and he doesn't even drop, not even a little bit. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I think he's just built differently. His genetics is just on a superior level than most fighters out there. I mean, he's a special fighter, Yoel Romero. So that's just my opinion. Tell me your opinion about it. Do you think Yoel Romero is a specially gifted fighter, or do you think he's on steroids? Even if he is on steroids, You could be on steroids and still be massively physically gifted. I mean, look at Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar's a good example of that. So even if he took steroids, you can't deny how gifted he is physically. Like, there's just something about him that's special that we've not seen from any other fighter. So that's just my opinion. Tell me your opinion about Yoel Romero. Do you think he's just built differently? The fact that he's taking a shot like that in his early to mid 40s, and he's got screws on his neck, and he just took it, while great fighters like USMAN, like Dustin Poirier, durable fighters like Nate Diaz can't even take it. It says a lot about him as a fighter. So tell me what you think below, and like and subscribe to the channel. I've got a lot more content coming your way. Peace.